In this video, I'm going to show you how to render a site plan in under 5 minutes while still getting really professional, consistent results every single time. First, I'm going to show you how this method actually works, and then I'll explain why it's so much better than the conventional way of rendering site plans. And at the end of the video, I'll show you the hidden setting that genuinely cuts your rendering time in half. It's a setting in Photoshop that most people never actually touch. I'm starting with a Photoshop file that I've already set up. It has all of the layers, effects, and patterns ready to go. Grass, roads, paving, water, parking, everything. All you need to do is select the layer you want and use the paint bucket tool to fill in the shapes with white. I will explain why white later in the video. As you can see, it is basically like an adult coloring book. And the best part is, if you work in an office, you can set this file up once and share it with your whole team. So all of the colors, textures, and opacities are already decided, so there's no more debating how the site plan should look. Now normally, site plans take forever because you're constantly selecting shapes and applying layer mask. Now don't get me wrong, clip-in masks are great because they are non-destructive, but they're also confusing. Half the time you're sat there thinking, do I paint this with white or black? Why isn't this showing up? Why did this just disappear? And try explaining all of this to a junior designer. It makes absolutely no sense. But when you set up all of the layers like this before you start, you don't have to think about any of that. You can color an entire site plan using just one tool without dealing with mask at all. But the obvious question is, how does Photoshop even know where to fill? But that's where the hidden setting will come in. Now when this setting is turned on, Photoshop looks at everything that's visible across all of the layers to detect the shape you're clicking on, but it only fills the layer you currently have selected. Now that the setting is doing the hard work for us, the layers become really straightforward. For the buildings, I've set up 2 layers. One is a cooler gray and one slightly warmer gray. That way I can introduce variation between the buildings without adding extra adjustment layers. I just switch the layers and paint bucket the buildings that I want. But quick tip is that when you're filling in any layer that has drop shadow, for example this building layer, I would recommend turning off the drop shadow first and then turning it back on at the end. Otherwise you do get fuzzy edges. Now I actually filmed this demo about 3 times. The first time it took me 7.5 minutes because I kept making mistakes. But by the 3rd take I finished the whole site plan with 3 seconds to spare. Now the lesson here is that speed comes with practice and not talent. The more you practice, the faster you'll get at this. For trees, I've set up 2 custom tree brushes. One is more linear and one is more scattered, so I can add trees really quickly without increasing the file size. But even then, there's still enough variation in the trees so that they don't look flat or repetitive. And that's it. But the real advantage of this method isn't just speed, it's also file size and flexibility. This is where the old method really falls apart. Let's compare this site layout, which is 173 MB, to a site plan I did back in 2019. That older project actually had to be split into 2 separate Photoshop files because it got so heavy. Together, they are over 2 GB in size. This is the first file, and this is the second one with the trees and extra effects added. Please ignore my messy layers. This was back in 2019 where I didn't really care about naming my layers. If you look at the plan, there's nothing particularly special, there's nothing complex in the effects, but the file size comes purely from smart objects, lots of layer mask, stacks of adjustment layers, and high quality JPEG trees, which take up a huge amount of space. Another thing that takes a lot of time with the traditional way of rendering site plans is adding variation. In that older file, I used the same tree and then added separate color adjustment just to make them look different. But with this new method, it's so much simpler. Now if you paint with white, you'll get the exact color and texture I've already set up. But if you paint with darker green, you'll get a darker green. If you add a bit of brown, it automatically shifts warmer. Now finally, as promised, the setting that makes all of this possible is this option up here. All layers. This one checkbox changes everything. To set this up for yourself, I guarantee you've already done most of this work without even realizing it. Go back and open your old site plans and see what you can reuse. Take the best bits from different projects and combine them into one clean Photoshop template. And if you don't want to build this template from scratch, you can grab this exact file from my Gumroad. It comes with a full site plan template, around 20 ready-to-use site plan textures, and 2 custom tree brushes. Open the Photoshop file and clear the existing content. Drop in your own site plan or drawing and apply the same effects and layer styles to get results in under 5 minutes. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. And also let me know, have you used this hidden setting before? I'm Rasha Shururu and I will see you next time.